Good evening to everybody.
Evening.
Before I proceed on to the English version, I like to say something in Chinese, Malay and Tamil, if you don't mind. I will start off with Chinese first. It's a very short phrase, huh? Okay. 民主万岁，改革万岁，革新党万岁。For the time being, you should bear with me. The next time, I will improve more. Thank you. Untuk penduduk Melayu, ibu-ibu dan bapak-bapak, nama saya adalah Kumar Appavoo. Saya adalah calon pilihan raya kumpulan Parti Reformasi yang bertanding di West Coast GRC. Saya ingin mengucapkan terima kasih di atas kehadiran penduduk West Coast GRC pada malam yang bersejarah hari ini. Hari ini merupakan hari yang penting untuk penduduk West Coast. Saya ingin berbicara berkenangan. Satu, hari rumah, harga rumah. Dua, harga kehidupan. Saya akan lebih bercakap dengan masalah ini dengan hadapan datang. Tapi saya mengucapkan anda undi dalam masa depan, undi untuk negara, undilah untuk Parti Reformasi. Tamil மக்களே, எனக்கு ரொம்ப மகிழ்ச்சி இந்த தேர்தலிலிருந்து வெஸ்ட் கோஸ்ட் ஜிஆர்சிலிருந்து போட்டி போட வேண்டும். அதனால இந்த வர தேர்தலில் நம்ம சீர்திருத்த கட்சிக்கு மிஸ்டர் ஜேபி ஜெயராஜனுக்கு பார்லிமென்ட்க்கு அனுப்புங்க. Okay, my fellow friends and fellow citizens and supporters of West Coast GRC. Of lately, it seems that the tsunami is just started, as what I was speaking before, and it's going to come very soon with a very big impact. But before I go into the much earlier aspect, I like to just to say a few words on what has been happening after our walkabout in the past few days, after we've been introduced. People are very concerned in the sense that the cost of living has gone up. Standard of living has gone up. The primary concern of any Singaporeans in Singapore today is a shelter over your head. When it concerns a shelter over your head, what happens? You need to be employed in order to service your loan. When you have to be in order to service your loan, what you must have? Somebody who has a bank loan who should be able to loan you. But in the end, if your employment is not guaranteed and you have been retrenched, who's going to look after your concern? What is happening today is the foreigners are taking over a job. Do you agree? Yeah. So when we talk about that, our minister says he needs more foreigners. Why? What is happening today? Cost of living, employment, and other things is the fault of one reason. In the 1960s, they told us not to have more than 2 kids. And this is the effect that has been taken place to destroy us. So be mindful. What are you going to do now? Are you going to change?
Yes.
Are you going to work for Reform Party?
Yes.
Are you going to send us to Parliament to fight the policies where the PAP has failed us?
Yes.
Do that on the 7th of May.
Yes.
Things has to work now. Things has to change. Make it right for Singapore, for Singaporeans. People say power corrupts. Absolute power corrupts. Absolutely. So what we have to do now is think yourself. Go back, think. But don't ever think tonight because you are going to get your workfare scheme fund. It has been happening for the last election. Remember that.
Yes.
They have been giving you money after money, buying you overnight.
Take back.
Take back? How are you going to take back? You want Reform Party. Are you saying that workfare bonus belongs to who? 100% of Singapore population work for. It's not the PAP alone, it's also the opposition party. So what are you going to do? Tomorrow? Go home? That's the way! Yeah. Anyway, you came here, I presume you are from all walks of life. I just don't want to say anything about the poor. I also want to integrate the rich. We have also people around here who are rich. Please contribute to the society by giving people who are less fortunate. Share your values, share your views. Because this is an inclusive society. The most important thing when I realized is one resident was telling me, block 321323 is going to be en bloc. So I went back, I was looking at it myself. We had a heavyweight minister in West Coast GRC. Did you ever realize that? Who was the CEO of HDB? Who was that? What has happened to Sir? What happened to your estate? When this becomes a hotbed like GRC in Aljunied, they will tell you, I'm going to put 400 million carat into this place. Remember? So before that happens, you want us, we will give you a better life for a better tomorrow. We should not be thinking of every day after election. We should think something for your future of your kids. What is happening today is, today you are so excited. But when you go to the vote, you are very, very fearful of voting for Reform Party or any opposition for the matter. Why? Because you think your vote is not secret. But I'm telling you, Singapore votes is secret. Don't be fearful, or anybody who said for that matter. Even the government servants are now on the opposition side. Things are happening now. You see how the flights are going now? They choose the very right time for us to have election. Huh? Because it's raining, but by God's grace, no rain at West Coast GRC. It's going to rain with RP. Dear residents, I wish and I hope, think and think for your better of your future of your kids. People have put GRC into an issue. It is not a matter of GRC. It is that PAP has lost its strength. It is waning in support. And they are just using the minority as an excuse. What happened? The Tanjung Pagar GRC, did you see a doctor was suddenly transferred over, or for the matter, a member of the Tanjung Pagar team was transferred over to Tampines? Why? They didn't have confidence in the doctor in fighting in NSP in Tampines? When you say about GRC, how you account for the members of a GRC team? I like to just spend some time, because this is very crucial. Because when you go into a GRC and you're going to vote, you're not voting for the team or the individuals. Remember, I will give you an example now. If I were to put a team of Minister Mentor on my left hand side and 4 minority candidates, and I put Mr. Goh Chok Tong on the right hand side, and I put all the A-star scholars in the other side, who would you vote?
Minorities.
Minorities, that is Mr. Minister Mentor on the left hand side. You know, each time a GRC takes place, some of the MPs are not even fighting in an election. Why?
Walk over.
Yeah, that happened in West Coast GRC. Where is Miss Ho now? She has left Boon Lay from my friend's ward. So what I'm trying to imply is, where is the accountability of each candidate? The accountability goes back to the electorate, not to PAP Central Council. Do you realize that? How are you gauging each and every MP's performance? It is not by an individual MP, but by his individual performance. Tell them now, would you count the individual vote in the GRC individually? Let us gauge which MP is doing his work, so that in next election we know who to kick them out. I'm not joking about anything. Go back, realize what has happened in the past since '88 until now. Tomorrow, anything happens in this election, they're going to change the scheme. Remember that. They are good in changing. But we want to change for the better. Okay, so remember, 7th of May, make your choice. Make Reform Party into Parliament.